Hey guys, Quentin from Fanjoy.com, sitting here with the HTC Evo 4G LTE. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about this device, and we have it in our possession for review. So here's the box really quick. This box was made out of nothing but soy ink and recyclable material, so it's a green experience, sort of like what they did with the original Evo, except it looks a lot nicer than that. And I don't know what the the Evo 4Gs had, like a lunchbox type of lunch carton type of look to it, but this one looks very nice, and it would look nice up against, I don't know if you display your boxes probably, but if you do, it will look nice like that. There was nothing inside except for the getting started guide and the USB cable and power kind of brick, which you can kind of see over there. And I think there was supposed to be a micro SD card slot coming inside. At least that's what I heard. But this one didn't come with one either pre-installed or in a box, so I'm not sure if that's going to change for retail, but we'll see. So to the phone, because this is the star of the show. Right away you can see the 4.7-inch HD display, the 720p display, and it's a really beautiful display. I don't even know if the camera will be able to do it justice. I think it just says Super LCD. I'm not really sure at this point, but all I know is that this display is it's one of the most crisp displays I've seen. I really have no issues with that. I'm not even sure if this is on full brightness, but it's always very bright, very easy to see in sunlight. So this display will please the very lot of you. So let's just go ahead and take a look at other hardware features. So up top you see we have a speaker grill. It's a very thin speaker grill, but you can still see that, well, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but there is an LED notification light to the far right. And underneath the speaker grill, also the light and proximity sensors. You can't really see them on the top bezel. So that's an interesting change, and one change that I really do appreciate. And you can see the bezel itself is not really that thick at all. This is one of the thinnest bezels I've seen on a device, and well, at least not counting the little black strip you see above the display, but the actual physical, I guess, casing for the bezel is very thin. On the bottom, you can see we have capacitive buttons for back, home, and recent apps. On the left side, we have a micro USB port and nothing else. And on the right, we have a volume rocker up and down and a camera button, which I really appreciate. And many are going to appreciate it with a phone like this with such a great camera. On the bottom, you have the microphone hole. And I'm not sure if I showed the front-facing camera, but there it is to the right of the speaker grill. On the top, you have the power button. You have the microphone noise cancellation for the microphone, and then you have the 3.5mm headphone jack. And then going to the back is very interesting here. So you can see right away the 8 megapixel camera with 1080p HD video, and that is an LED flash to the right of it. So first of all, I started with the case. The case is very interesting because this is got kind of a glossy black plastic type, and then you get to the bottom, you have this kind of matte finish. And I really like this design because it will be really cool for people to I guess customize the device in this way. It's like, say you want to buy a white back for your Evo 4G LTE, so you would have white, red, and black. That would be a really nice color scheme in my opinion. So that would be really interesting from a customization standpoint. We're not sure what accessory makers are going to do as far as back plates yet, but hopefully in the near future we see more of that. But you can see these two sections are separated by the kickstand that the Evo 4G made so I guess so prominent in the mobile world, or everyone wants one, and I don't see why you wouldn't. It really doesn't get in the way. This one is a lot thinner than it was on the Evo 4G, and it is also a lot sturdier. So trying to get the you have to kind of get your finger under that little slit there. It's kind of, the gap is small, so if you don't have fingernails, it might be tough for you to get that open every time on a first try, but it comes off fairly easily, and it stays in place. It's really sturdy and really stiff, so that's a good thing, because Evo 4G, after a while, its kickstand would get flimsy, and sometimes it would just fall, and it wasn't really that great. But this one, it feels like it's going to stay up over time. I can't really say for sure yet, so go ahead and put that back down. Underneath the cover, I forgot to mention, we don't have anything but the micro SD card slot, so no removable battery, but there's the removable I guess part of the case. Alright, to the software side, HTC Sense 4.0 and Android 4.0, of course. So I have to do this kind of with one hand. I can use two actually. Just don't want to knock the camera over. go back to the home screen. So pretty much everything you can expect from Sense 4.0. It's a lot faster now than it was, you know, pre 4.0, 3.6, and 3.0. and all that stuff. You can see Sprint's footprint on this device is very minimal. You have the voicemail icon on the home screen. All these other icons are the apps I've downloaded. Forgot to disable the automatic widget feature in the Google Play Store. But back to Sprint and their customization. You have Wallet, voicemail. You also have Sprint Zone and Sprint Hotspot. And that is it pretty much for Sprint. So very small footprint. I really appreciate that. They're one of the best carriers when it comes to not overloading their devices with just tons of apps. So really appreciate that from Sprint. And HTC have a few of their own, of course, and they're all part of the Sense experience. So you can see FM radio, media share, just all sorts of apps used to make your Android smartphone experience that much better. And there's also the Media Link feature, which is it's actually not an app in the app tray. It's a feature in the in the settings menu. So Media Link HD. I don't have one right now, so hopefully I can get a review unit of that pretty soon. But it does have Media Link capabilities. Inside is a 1.4, I want to say 1.4 or 1.5 gigahertz Qualcomm's X4 processor. That's a dual core processor, but despite being dual core, everyone wants the quad core, Tegra 3 and whatnot, but dual core really is not bad, especially on the Sense device, Sense 4.0 devices. Actually, it's one of the smoothest phones I've used. It's not the smoothest. And I'm not sure if a lot of that has to do with hardware, or most of that is due to the software, but either way, you get a really smooth experience just launching apps and moving around the home screen. Is so fluid. So very nice experience there. You also have still have skins and themes you can customize. So if we go to the settings menu and personalize, so you can see we have scenes. So Sprint scenes. Scenes will pretty much change your wallpaper, some apps on, like the order of apps on the home screen, and things like that. Skins will actually change the look and feel of the overall UI. So let's go ahead and show you guys how you can do that and see what we have here, because I really haven't seen all the skins yet. So you have HTC, the current one, matte, kind of a matte, fracture, infinite. So very subtle changes, but you can customize it however you want, and I'm sure you can get more. I don't know if there are any more available right now. I really don't want to look because 3G is kind of slow here, and it's going to take forever. But you can change your skins, you can change your scenes, and things like that. So these things have been in HTC Sense forever, but I just want to show you guys that not much has changed in that department. But overall, Sense is a lot better. And this 8-minute, I guess, non-unboxing video could be long enough to be a review, but we are not doing that for, we're not reviewing it. So we're going to cut it short here. I'm going to go dive more deep into the device. I didn't really show you guys the camera features. I just wanted to conserve time. So yeah, continue shooting in the camera. I can show you guys how that works really quickly. Just hold the button down, and it'll take 20 photos in 5 seconds, up to 3 photos per second. Actually, it's taking a lot longer than it should. I'm not sure what is going on, but and then it'll allow you to choose the best photo based on, I guess, blurriness or who's in the shot. If anything is wrong in the shot, you can just choose the best one, and it'll delete all the other ones. Or you can keep the whole collection of them. I'm not sure why you want to keep tons of photos of the same thing, but there it is. And then I can just show you guys really quickly. I know I'm supposed to be ending this, just the pictures I've taken so far with it. We actually went on a tour of New Orleans yesterday. If I can find a gallery app, there it is. And took a ton of pictures with the Evo 4G LTE. So just to show you guys. This was HTC's dinner they put together, which is really awesome. That's the Superdome. A lot of shots of cemeteries. I guess cemeteries are a big deal down here. They're really interesting. A lot of them, or most of them actually, I think there was only one underground cemetery, but most of them have tombs above ground. So that's a very interesting little thing about New Orleans. Another cemetery shot. So just a bunch of photos I've taken. You guys will see all these in the review. I might even do a photo gallery post just to show you guys how the camera the photos look taken with the camera. So this is Quentin from FanJoy.com. You can expect a full review very soon, and stay tuned for more HTC Evo 4G LTE coverage. Thanks.